In July 2024, the UK general election delivered a sharp, decisive shift in political power. Keir Starmer's new government arrived with an immediate mandate to execute one of their biggest campaign promises, changing the financial rules of the education system. They added a 20% value-added tax, or VAT, to independent school fees. By ending a long-standing exemption, this policy shifts the financial baseline for hundreds of independent institutions and the families who use them. To see exactly what is being disrupted, we have to look at how these institutions get their money. State schools are funded by the government, using money distributed from general adult taxpayers. Independent schools, which are often called private schools, operate on a very different model. They receive zero government funding. Instead, they rely entirely on tuition fees paid directly by the parents of the students who attend. Historically, those direct fee payments have been legally exempt from VAT. Now that the exemption is ending, we are looking at a complex balance sheet. We have to weigh the government's macroeconomic goals against the local, human costs feared by the policy's critics. The government's calculation starts here: £1.7 billion. That is the exact new revenue they expect to generate. As this demographic breakdown shows, 94% of UK children attend state schools. Leadership justifies the policy by targeting a wealthy minority to fund the vast majority. That $1.7 billion is earmarked for specific investments. A major part of the plan includes putting dedicated mental health professionals in every state school across the country. For the government, it is a straightforward, utilitarian calculation. They see taxing independent tuition as a tough but necessary step to guarantee that every child gets the best possible start in life. The independent sector looks at that same policy and sees immediate operational fallout. To cover the new tax burden, most of these private institutions will be forced to raise their overall tuition fees. That creates severe financial pressure down the line. Head teachers balance shrinking budgets, staff face uncertain job security, and parents evaluate the higher bills. For the organizations representing these schools, this policy penalizes families for investing money in their children. They view it as a direct tax on education itself. The sharpest point: students with special educational needs. Many parents of children with learning differences turn to the independent sector because the environment provides smaller class sizes and access to specialized extra teachers. Looking at this projection, independent school organizations estimate that as tuition costs rise, 35,000 students could be priced out and forced to migrate back into the state system. The core fear is that this forced migration will pull students away from the tailored environments that currently meet their needs, sacrificing individual care to achieve national revenue goals. The government pushes back on this projection. Officials insist they are fully confident in the support structures that already exist for special educational needs children within the state system. They have also explicitly pledged to do everything they can to help those transferring students adapt to their new local classrooms. Regardless of those pledges, the true test of the policy happens on the ground. We will soon see if the state system actually has the physical and logistical capacity to absorb a sudden influx of new students without failing them. The government is using its legislative power to engineer a direct redistribution of educational resources. The final balance sheet will show whether the state successfully uplifted the vast majority of its students, or if thousands of vulnerable children fell through the cracks during the transition. These changes are happening fast. To track the exact timeline and read a full breakdown of the policy, head over to londoner.news/independent